Hey everybody, Matt Bullins here from Red Rising, and I've got Jason Caudle here, the owner, inventor, engineer, the jack of all trades when it comes to apple tree game feeders. He's actually the one that designed them, and he's got a new innovation that we're going to talk about today, but we're going to go through step by step how to set one of these up, how it works, complete guide from start to finish. We'll post this online, so if anybody has any questions on how to use it, you can grab your cell phone, grab your computer, check it while you're in the field, but these things are slick, they're neat, and they'll feed everything from sweet potatoes, peanuts, apples, corn, you name it. This thing will feed it. New design, the one you're seeing right now is about 3 feet off the ground, works great, but he's also added legs, extensions now, where you can get these things 6-8 feet off the ground. You can back your UTV four-wheeler truck up to it, take the lid off, fill it, gives you a little bit more disbursement on the ground when it comes out, and it gets off the ground. The animals aren't going to have a hold of it, be knocking it over as much. So either one, if you like it close to the ground, great. If you want to raise it up, you can. Also, a third thing, this bracket that's mounted on here that you see all the way across the top, it's made if you're hunting in areas with bears or that you've got trees, and you can run a bracket and a chain or a rope and hook this thing, set it up off the ground, hoist it up, and hoist it back down to feed it. You can feed minerals in it if you want. We get that question a lot. Can you use minerals? Yes, if you'll put 2 to 3 inches of something semi-sticky in there, like a sweet feed that's going to kind of caress and mold to the sides, then it'll sit in there and it'll feed the mineral out too. It's a great invention, great product. I'm going to let Jason take it from here. He's going to tell you step by step how to set it up, how to feed it, how it works, and how to hang it, and you guys will know from start to finish.
These right here are the thumb screws that takes the door off for the battery compartment. We have an American Hunter timer that you can set from 1 to 6 times a day, 0 to 60 seconds, and it's very simple. And you can also set it to come up to actually feed on more on certain days than you do other days.
So basically you can set this thing to feed multiple times a day, 1 time a day, even more during certain times of the day. So if you want it to feed less during early season and more during the rut, you can do that, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Right here is the battery. It's a regular 12-volt battery, feeder battery.
Any 12-volt battery will work, correct?
Yes, and you can take these right here. They just slide on there, and it's got a little pigtail on top. You can hook a solar panel up to it.
So once you get that set, where do you go from there?
Well, the actuator itself, when you set the timer, each second's 1/4 inch.
Okay, and the actuator is what, for anybody like me that's, you know,
yeah,
a little bit dumb to this, the actuator is inside.
It goes from about here to the very top.
Okay.
So 1 inch in this barrel, that's pretty, I mean, that's a lot of corn,
okay,
or apples or whatever. And you can set that timer for 4 seconds, and it'll feed 1 inch. And you got 24 inches. So you can kind of gauge on that how long it's going to last.
So if you want to fill it up completely, you take this button, which is the actuator button, and you'll run it all the way down, correct?
Yep.
And then you'll fill it up, and then what you'll do is probably run that back up a little bit to where your mineral or supplement gets to the top, where it's going to start to feed. Okay. And then where do we go from there? All
right. Then once you get that done, you run that all the way down. You take the lid off. Okay. It's got 3 ears on it. It's got 2, one here, and it's got one on the very back.
Okay. So
the one on the very back is the one you want to go to, and just pull out on it.
Okay.
It's got a pin in the top and a pin in the bottom, and unplug it, and the actuator will come out of it.
You just saw exactly how this works. You saw all the apples, peanuts, sweet potatoes, and the corn, fed it all out. So you can imagine if it's off the ground 6-8 feet, the disbursement's going to be probably 15 foot wide. And these things work. I've got one set up. They're amazing, and I'm telling you what, no matter what you're hunting this fall, if you feed this thing, they will come to it, I promise.